Hello students, welcome you all to my new video. This video is on Archimedes principle. So before starting, I must say what is Archimedes principle. Archimedes said that when you submerge or partially submerge any object into liquid substance or gaseous substance, then the object will seem to have lost some weight, and magically the lost weight will be equal to the weight of the displaced water or gaseous substance. So students, let me explain the principle. Okay, here you can see an object of 6 Newton mass, 6 Newton weight, not mass. So the object is in air, of course, but when I immerse this into liquid substance, here the object will lose some weight. So students, you can see its weight was 6 Newton in the air, but when I submerge this or immerse this into the water, its weight will be 4 Newton or 3 Newton or 2 Newton or 1 Newton. That means less than 6 Newton. Why? Because when I submerge this or immerse this into the water, it has displaced some water from that place. Just imagine the weight of the displaced water from this place is 2 Newton. So it will lose some weight of 2 Newton and underwater weight will be 4 Newton. Why? It has a weight of 6 Newton, it has lost some weight of 2 Newton, so now its weight is 4 Newton. Okay, students, do you know here in the water the object will feel two types of forces. Okay, two types of forces. The force number 1 is its weight, which is downward force, and I have mentioned this by W1. W1 is the underwater weight of that object. This is downward force. Okay, and another force which is upward force, and I have mentioned this by W2. This force is called the buoyancy. So what is buoyancy? When it has submerged into the water, it has lost its weight just equal to the weight of the displaced water, which is 2 Newton, and magically the buoyancy, which is upward force, is just equal to the weight of the lost weight. That means the buoyancy is 2 Newton. So here students, the buoyancy W2 is equal to 2 Newton and the downward force is 4 Newton. Which one is bigger than the another? W1 is 4 Newton, W2 is 2 Newton. That means the weight of the water, the underwater weight of the water is 4 Newton, is greater than the buoyancy. So the object will be sinked. Okay, students, listen carefully. Here I have mentioned the weight, the underwater weight by W1 and buoyancy, which is upward force, by W2. If W1 is greater than W2, that means if the weight is greater than the buoyancy, then the object will be sinked. Okay, but when W1 is equal to W2, that means if the weight is equal to the buoyancy, then the object will be float but being fully immersed. Will be float but being fully immersed. On the other hand, condition number 3, if W1 is less than W2, what does it mean? It means that if the buoyancy, which is upward force, is greater than the downward force, then the object will be float but being partially immersed. What is the summary of this topic? The summary is, if the object will lose its weight by 2 Newton and its underwater weight is 4 Newton, it means the weight is greater than the buoyancy, so the object will be sinked. But if it displaces some water which is just equal to 3 Newton, so 6 Newton was its weight when it was in the air, and it has lost some weight of 3 Newton, then the underwater weight will be 3 Newton. That means W1 is equal to W2. Condition number 2, the object will be float but being fully immersed, okay? But if it displays some water which has a weight of 4 Newton, then the underwater weight will be like 2 Newton. That means the summation of 4 and 2 is 6 Newton. It means the underwater weight is less than the buoyancy. Condition number 3, the object will be float but being partially submerged. So students, this is the concept of Archimedes principle and all about the buoyancy. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel to watch more videos.